looks like we are aligned. So we can go ahead and we can turn on. Oh, I forgot to turn my head tracking back on. 1 second. We'll click that back on. There we go. Now we can look around the cockpit, look out. I'll go ahead and make sure that everybody's hearing everything here. And there we go. I didn't have the game sound turned on. That would be detrimental. All right. Got to hear those engines starting up. There they go. Left engine is running. Let's take a look over here. We will let the RPMs kind of settle out there before we click on number 2. Still got to adjust some of the settings with the head tracking. I haven't had this on for such a long time, so I do apologize. If it looks like it's bouncing around a bit, my head is actually pretty still. Let's see. That's still going. Let's kick on number 2. Not sure. I don't think that one went. Didn't hold it long enough. All right. There we go. Let's zoom in over here and just make sure we got some good good RPMs going there. Let's take a look actually at our flight plan over here. See if Microsoft put it in correctly. Yeah, there we go. So we're leaving Roanoke. And we are going out on the Monat 3 departure. This is a small little airport, so there's not really much in terms of SIDS and standard departures and things like that. So we are just going to go ahead and hand fly it around. Forget the buttons here that I'm supposed to push to. Okay, so here we go. This isn't actually correct. We're going to be flying off of runway 16. So we are parked right here, so we're going to have to come down here and cross over runway 24 and come down here, and we're going to be taking off this way to the south. Pull this range out. This head tracking is a little fidgety today. It's making it a little more difficult. Okay, so our flight plan looks good. So let's see. Turn our heading bug. Interesting. Okay, let's see. We'll set our heading bug to 16. Looks like the camera disappeared. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. The camera has a habit of disappearing there. Actually, you know what? No, not that one. We want camera. Let's turn that off for now, because it's bouncing around a little too much. And let's just get underway, shall we? Turn up the sounds a little bit more. All right, that feels a little bit better. Go to an outside view. All right, so let us undo our parking brakes. I'm not going to have the marshal push us out today. Oops. But we are going to probably run into a plane. All right, let's figure out where we're going here. We are facing the wrong way. How about that? Come on. Come on. There we go. Get out here. All right, there we go. Got my rudder pedals working again. Last week, for some reason, the software just decided it was going to stop working. So I figured it out. By figuring it out, I mean I downloaded new software and bypassed the old software. Sometimes that's what you got to do. You know, they stop. Some people they're nice enough to create software, and then they get tired of always supporting the software and bugs and stuff and all the new versions of everything that's out there. All right, so we're going to want to turn here on alpha. Not this one. This one's this is Bravo 5, so we want to go down to the next one there. I believe. Let's just take a look and make sure, shall we? There's the entryway. That's not where we want to go. Keeps wanting to go to the right. Yeah, this is where we want to go, right here. Okay. And we'll hold short right here for a second. So I do have live traffic turned on, so there's always a possibility that somebody could be landing, but it looks like we are clear, so let's pop on through. more centered up there. How about we do that? Also, since last week, I got my maps working again, so I can see where we are. Makes it a little bit easier, you know, especially when you're flying out of airports you're not really used to. And this is the third time I've flown this plane, so hopefully I get things right. But if not, then you get to watch a glorious crash. Hopefully we go down in a flame of glory, or blaze of glory. Okay, coming up on runway 16 here. And once again, we'll hold short. Set the brakes, parking brakes. Let's throw in some flaps. There we go. I never did turn on my my landing lights or my taxi lights, or even the beacon lights. Not sure why. Trying to remember all the buttons for that too. Let's go back inside and take a look and see where we're at. Okay, so landing lights are on. Let's turn the strobe on. Position. Okay. I think we're all set to go, everybody. That's all good. We will release the parking brake. There it is. Check out if everything's working. Yep, we're good to go. Alright, let's get out onto that taxiway there and it's not going to take us very long to get up. This plane, what I've noticed, is pretty quick. All right. Everything's good. Yeah. Let's go. Halfway throttle and stabilized and full throttle. Pulling to the right. Airspeed's live. 60 miles an hour. 70 miles an hour. Whoops. Hello. I don't know where we're going. Alright, V1. Positive rate. Gear up. Yeah, see, this thing shoots up. I am way off course though already. Pull up my other map here. Uh-oh. Oh, you know what? We bring our flaps up. That's why we're dipping. Bring back our throttle just a bit. Let's gain some altitude here. Seems a little windy though. I'm getting knocked all over the place here. Whoa. Not to mention, I am not really sure which direction we're supposed to be going here. The GPS seems to be off. Let's just get some altitude. And I am going to crash here, guys, because for some reason the computer just said I lost my internet connection there for a second, and for some reason the plane decided to go into a nosedive until I came back. I'm not sure what's happening here. And there it goes again. Oh, we reconnected. But oh no. Oh no. And we're in a building. What is going on? Oh, it says I successfully landed the airplane. I'm not sure what happened there. Well, I think maybe we should just restart that. Because something happened that I'm pulling up and it said, no, I'm going down. See, we'll restart it here. I think. Yep, there we go. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. But you know what? I have seen other streamers they're having some problems with one of the latest. One of the latest updates. Looks like our head tracking's back on. I'm just going to do this the easy way here. Nope. Okay, never mind. The easy way is not working. So we'll turn on our alternators. Oh, yeah, you know what? Gotta put on the gas first. Okay, that's good. We'll turn on our electronics master, avionics. Let that align. Yeah, for some reason the maps don't want to connect to the simulator. I don't know why. I'll open up my other program here and let's see. Yeah, see, the other program sees me. Okay. Let's make this a little bit easier, shall we? Okay, let's start up the first engine. Okay, engine 1's good start. Engine 2. Looks like we got a good start over there as well. Yeah, let's give this a try again, shall we? Okay, release the parking brakes. Oh, I keep going to the right there. I almost hit that plane. Both times. Get out on the taxiway here. And we'll try this whole thing again. So it's interesting that it said if I had an internet connection, it had been severed. So I don't know what you guys even saw of that. If I am even still connected to anything. Yeah, maybe I am. All right, let's move on down. Get back up in the air. Still not really sure why. Like, I usually don't need an internet connection outside of, you know, the graphics or the downloading the scenery. But it should pretty much pull down a lot of the scenery that you need prior to even letting you get into the airplane. So that's just very interesting. And then when it finally did reconnect, it said, nope, I'm putting you into a spiral. But I guess I have crash turned off, so it didn't actually log it as a crash. It logs it as a successful landing. I'll take it. Need more for my logbook. Come on, turn! Alright, let's look both ways. Nobody there. Nobody there. It was interesting. Before we were getting going, I actually did pop in here, and there's a couple of planes actually taking off from here. I would have thought that this would be a lonely little airport. It would just be us. Nope. Alright. Come on. It wants to pull to the left. Stop pulling to the left. And once again, we will brake right up here. I'm going to set some flaps. We can go inside. Let's get out there on that runway. Turn on our landing lights here. Position and our strobe. See if I can get us centered up a little bit more. That first one was a little atrocious. Getting between that 1.6 there. Get lined up. Come on. Turn. There we go. Alright. And we'll stop her there. Okay. We'll open up our other aircraft chart here so that I can see the overlay and know where we're flying to. Alright, ready to go, everybody? Because I know I am. Alright, we'll go about 50%. Okay, give that a second, and full throttle. We're already pulling to the left. Come on. Now it's pulling to the right. I don't know why. And a lot of torque on these engines. Airspeed's alive. And 70. 80. 90. And, oh, I guess we're up. Positive rate, gear up. Let's bring those flaps in. Yeah. Oh, at that. That's beautiful. Alright, let's get this trim level set. Let's keep pulling down. I'm going to take a little bit of a left-hand turn so that I can get on course. But today, we're going to try to get up to about 7,000 feet. I think I only got up to about 1,500 feet before, and then we hit the ground. And we are on our way. More to the left here. Whoa. Didn't check on the winds before starting the flight. It is usually something that you want to do before you get up in the air. But it sure does seem to be pushing me all over the place today. I want to go straight. It keeps wanting me to go to the right. All right. If we put on our autopilot. I didn't even have the flight director on. Duh. Okay, so let's see if it'll hold the altitude for now. No, it doesn't want to do that either. Why not? Hold it at 3,100 feet, but it's going down. Don't know why. See right there it says altimeter hold of 3,100 feet, and for some reason it doesn't want to do it. See, we're way off course. Here's our course right here. Yeah, see, we're going down again. I'm very confused. Okay, got the autopilot on. Altitude hold. Okay, finally. I'm not going to go down. Okay, so now what we want to do is I actually want to get up a little bit more. Let's go to 7,000 feet. We're going to go. Go up about 800 feet per minute. How about that? That way, now we got autopilot going. And we can start to adjust our course a little bit. Get ourselves back on track. We are way off track. I don't usually fly on the East Coast, and this is really pretty. Look at these rivers. It's a nice day. The other day when I first planned this flight, it was kind of a freakish storm that was rolling over the Appalachian Mountains. That's why I actually originally planned it. I thought, wow, that's going to be really cool. He wants to go to the right for some reason. Go heading. I'm going to change our course. And now we're just doing a 360, so let's not do that. Anytime you want to stop turning to the left, I don't want to go back to Roanoke. I don't know why I'm having so many problems today with this autopilot. Okay. Come on. Let's figure this out. It's putting us in another downward spin. I don't know why. Okay, here. Turn on the autopilot. Turn on heading mode. Okay, I'm gonna let it do what it wants to do right here for a second, because I put the heading bug right here, right there, at 106 degrees, and for some reason it's just insistent on going a completely different direction. Now it's finally going, oh, you mean you wanted to go 106? Oh, I thought you meant that you wanted to go negative 106. Alright, finally, we are sort of on track. And now we can start going up again. Uh-oh. Thought it crashed there for a second. Alright. No idea why having all those issues. Because normally when you click nav, it'll get you over. Maybe the reason why is because we should actually, let's turn a little bit and try to intercept our heading. Otherwise it'll try to do it perpendicularly, you know, it'll fly directly towards our heading. Few more degrees over. Let's go due east, and we should pick it up. At 6,000 feet, 6,100, getting close to our 7,000 of our cruising altitude. What's this out here? We got farmland? Or is it just forest? I've been over here. When I was a kid, I hiked the Appalachian Trail. That was absolutely beautiful. That's like way back here. That's the mountain range back there. I was thinking about flying over it. But like I said, it was just freakish storms, massive thunder and lightning, and I thought I should probably learn how to fly this plane a little bit better. And as you can see from today, probably need to do something like that. We're actually getting very close to our actual heading here. And then we can try to click on the navigation button for the autopilot, because then it should suck it into the GPS track that we set. Actually, something that I said. When I first created the flight plan and just lazily loaded it and didn't actually enter it in by hand. Just kind of wanted to get up in the air today. Maybe in the future, if people want to see how to actually load it in. There's a lot of videos online about it. That's how I learned, but it can be fun. Okay, let's see here. We have hit 7,000 feet, which is great. All right, we're crossing over our track. Let's see, nav, GPS. Let's turn off the heading. It should decide at some point to turn. Doesn't look like it's going to. I don't know why. Yeah, it's just got us going completely off course. Alright, so I think what we're going to have to do is play the heading bug game the whole time. Since the GPS doesn't seem to want to take us. I'm sure I hit a wrong button somewhere. Let's see. So we want to be on the white line here. Don't want to go anywhere near the mountains right now, but be on the white line. We're going to turn up here at LYH. So it's okay if we're a little bit off, because we'll just intercept that one and keep going that way. But I'm not understanding what I did wrong in here for that not to work. I didn't set the barometer. We're a little bit higher. So this is we're coming up on our next waypoint fairly soon. Let's see. That's beautiful countryside, though. Ah, there's another airport down there. Look at that. When I was first looking at places to fly to, there were quite a few airports, little airports in this area. It just all looked very nice. Very nice place to set up shop if you're a pilot, that's for sure. I was just always thinking of Roanoke. That was always an interesting legend. So thought, oh, Roanoke, and then we can fly over to Newport News, and it's got all those little inlets there, right on the coast. So it'd be fun to kind of fly around there. So I just wanted to give it a shot and check it out here and see some of this countryside that I never get to see. I'm from the West Coast, so I'm always flying around Los Angeles or San Diego, San Francisco. There's a lot of beautiful countryside up there too, but I don't know where else to fly. So if anybody else has any suggestions on where to fly out of, we could even do a multiplayer. Hook up on the same server, same airport, fly a bush trip or something. I'm always open to that stuff. Nice little scattered clouds. Beautiful day over here in Virginia. Oh, looks like we should be actually turning a little bit to the left. So let's go back inside and adjust our heading bug a little bit. I'm going to have to figure this out, because the moment that you figure out how to work something, and I've been using the G1000 here for, well, since Microsoft Flight Simulator came out, so I know how to use it all, but I'm not sure why it's refusing to cooperate. Unless I really am just hitting the wrong button for some reason. It's navigation. It's vertical nav, approach, vertical speed, heading, altimeter, flight director, and autopilot. So I should be able to click nav, and it should suck it in there and go, oh, you mean you want to go that way? We are still on heading there. If I take it off of heading, see GPS. No, not that one. Yeah, I believe I have everything set correctly. For some reason, it does not want to go. So we'll go back on heading. Give ourselves a little northeasterly turn here. Get back on track a little bit. Yeah, I can't think of what could be the issue here. No. See, maybe that's the problem. It still thinks that I'm en route to ROA. But we already passed that. Our next waypoint is FAK. So down here. So we should be heading at 85 degrees. Let's jump back over. Let's jump back over here and set this to 85. There we go. That way then we can be flying pretty close to it. We're not too far off. Say we're not too far off. So we'll just fly parallel here. Engines are looking good. Oil temp good. Coolant temp's a little bit up there. Fuel temp's good. We should have enough fuel to get there. I didn't even look about filling the tank. So if we crash and burn, then we crash and burn. Okay, well, that's adjusting our comms. I'm not really sure why, but like nothing is allowing me to move this up and down. Don't know why. So we're already activated. Okay, clear that. Get out of that. Because right now it should be showing us this in this pink color. And it doesn't want to. Alright, well, we can do what we can do. Just keep on trucking here. We're not looking bad. It's a beautiful day to be flying. It's pretty plain too. Like I said, it's the third time that I've flown this. I've practiced a lot on the Cessna. I mean, everybody's flying the airliner, so I got in the airliners, and that's all I was flying. So I was like, oh, let's fly the little ones. You got a lot more options as to where you can fly with the smaller planes. The only problem with the smaller planes is they tend to be a lot slower, and don't really want to take 3 hours to fly 20 miles. Okay, we're off to our right. It's called Farmville. That wonderful game by Facebook. They own a whole town. And there it is. It's over here. Farmville. So whenever you wonder where your farm is when you're playing that game, now you know. It's right here, Virginia. I feel like we're a little off course. I'm going to just turn this a little bit. See if we can get back on this track. Maybe the reason why I seem to feel like, okay, it's I loaded the flight plan instead of entering it by hand. I didn't activate it, but usually you activate the approach, you don't activate the flight plan. I don't know. I'd really love to get that working. I can always pop out all the fuses and just crash again. No? You guys want to live? Ah. So we got the autopilot's on. Flight director's on. See, the purple is the flight director, so I know the flight director's on. It says autopilot's on. Altimeter hold is on. And heading mode is on. So it's holding our altitude and our current course right now. But it'll just keep going and going and going off the map unless you adjust the heading. So it's not going to look at... let me zoom out. So see, we got FAK and I don't know what this one is, then HCM, and we come down into Newport News here. It doesn't have all that. It should be following this, and we should be able to put our legs up and lean back and enjoy the flight. But it doesn't want to do that. I don't know why. Try one more time, because usually you just hit nav. You see GPS is on. That's all you need, GPS. GPS is down here. So the CDI is on. It says GPS. I don't want OBS. Suspend the OBS. Alright. Let's go outside and enjoy Farmville, shall we? There it is. Good old Farmville. Doesn't look like a ton of farms, though. And if you guys are interested, I do play Farm Simulator 22 as well. I love simulator games. So we got Farming Simulator, we got American Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator, Flight Simulator, obviously. Elite Dangerous, that's one of my favorites. It's not really simulator, but you know, it's a space simulator type game. Construction Simulator actually just came out. I've been watching a couple of videos of guys who got it before the release. It looks like a lot of fun. Alright, we're now crossing our path here, so I'm going to throw our heading bug back onto 85 degrees. Gonna even us out there. Yeah, see, we're on track right now. Yeah, see, like, we're on track. We're perfectly on track right now. But the GPS is still saying the track is to the right, which it's not. So I gotta have this on the wrong. I don't want a VOR. It's a locator, second locator, and GPS. So yeah, it's not making any sense. I have to do some research on that. I'll get back to you. How about that? Hey, Apex. Do a short flight from tab to POS. All right. Let me write that down. So that sounds like it might be another good one. Always looking for some fun little trips to do. Put that in the notes there. All right, we are. See, where are we getting to here? Oh, we're coming close to Richmond. Very slowly, but we are getting close to Richmond. And then we're going to get into all those cool little inlets. That'll be fun. I love the beauty of this game. I mean, look at this. I spent a long time on X-Plane downloading satellite imagery, downloading all the mesh, which basically shows all the mountains, you know, the elevations, and then you stick the satellite satellite pictures on top of the mesh, and it looked okay. You know, there were places where there was like really steep cliffs or something, and it really stretched the picture out. It looked kind of strange. So this is a little different. They took all the Bing images, satellite images, of which you can also use the Google satellite images as well. I've got the plug-in to do that, but I haven't messed around with it yet. In videos that I've seen, it does look pretty cool using the Google versus the Bing. It's just different pictures taken at different times, you know. But they've done a fantastic job really making this look neat, and then giving it depth. I mean, even from up here, 7,000 feet, like, look at this. You can see that these trees have some height to them. So it's not just like some sort of a pattern that they throw on top of everything. and duplicate it a million times. And then it even notices some of the buildings that are out there, and it's like, oh, that looks like a silo. So they make it look like a silo. You can see right here down in the corner, it does look like it's stretching out a little bit as we're flying by it. But that's also probably because I'm zoomed down a little bit. Yeah, see, it's like you kind of elongate it a little bit. It is kind of neat. Look at that. Yeah, when this game first came out, I was flying around in a Cessna, and I was taking screenshot after screenshot after screenshot. Speaking of which, I think it's about time for a screenshot, huh? A little screenshot there. Let's see, any other good angles here? I'll do one more screenshot. There we go. Alright, enough screenshots. We've got two passengers. Well, not really passengers. We got the pilot and the co-pilot. Bouncy plane, though. I'm going to have to say that the co-pilot here, it looks like he's more of a passenger, because he's just wearing like a leather jacket. He's hanging out. I guess this is me over here. I got the 4 bars. Captain Cosmo, that's me. Alright. Let's see. We're getting a little close here. We're going to take a right turn here shortly and kind of pass over the suburbs of Richmond. Richmond will be on our left-hand side. So maybe I should turn it around here. Sorry if I'm going a little too fast. I got to adjust some of the sensitivities of my yoke here. Let's take a look, though. Let's go back inside for a second and see on our flight plan. So FAK and then 104 to RIC, and for some reason I can't get this thing to scroll. So that may be one of the reasons. I'm not pressing the right button or something, because if I twist this, it's not doing anything. It's activating this part down here, so I'll have to figure it out later. Okay, so 104, 104 degrees is our next that's we're going towards FAK, and then we'll go 104 degrees after we pass over FAK. So give it a few more seconds here. Won't bore you with that. Jump back outside. Hello, Mr. Cloud. Just a nice, fluffy little cloud just hanging out there. He's looking for his friends. Wants to get together and make a storm. We were supposed to have a massive storm last week. Like, so bad that I battened down some of the hatches, because there was a hurricane in Baja California, and they were Storm Watch 2022. Oh my God. It's going to be so much rain. We don't know what's going to happen. Los Angeles is going to flood. And it sprinkled. We didn't get any rain. I didn't water my plants because we're supposed to be in a drought, right? So it's like, I'm not going to water my plants. I'm going to let it sit, and we're going to get so much rain, the plants are going to have enough water for the next month. Well, I came home, and they're all wilted because there's absolutely no rain. Oops. All my jibber jabbering, and I missed our turn. See? We're past. Oops, sorry. Let's see, we want to go heading 104. Let's overcompensate a little bit because I passed it. Let's go 110. How about that? Oh. I got to put it back into heading mode. This must be Richmond. We're heading straight to it. Straight for it. God. On one of my other maps, you know, it looks like Richmond is just a massive sprawling city. Now, it might be. I remember flying into North Carolina, into Charlotte, to see a friend, and I remember like looking down out of the airplane and going, where is the city? Because it is completely covered in trees. It's a very novel idea, having trees around to help people breathe, right? Coming from the concrete jungle of Los Angeles, where once you hit Barstow, it's like almost nothing but cement to the ocean, and it just seems like everybody in Los Angeles hates trees, unless they're palm trees. They like the palm trees for some reason because they make it look tropical. I don't do anything for shade, but got palm trees everywhere. So here we are. We're in the burbs of Richmond. And here's some of the rivers. So that's on our left-hand side. It looks like the James River. And that's going to flow out here and hang a right. And there's another river over yonder. Oh, there it is. Let's see if I can... Oh, that's Petersburg down there. So off in the distance here, we got Petersburg just off our tip. So Petersburg down there. And I can't tell by my map what this river is off to the side here. Lake Chesdin. Then it becomes a river and goes through Petersburg. Did you know that when you were going to watch a game with me today, you were going to get a geography lesson? Yeah. All right. So unfortunately, since I can't get this thing to move down, I don't know what the next heading is. Man, it's not doing anything. Just doesn't make sense. So this is these are all for the radios. That's the heading bug. That's an I can't talk today. The altimeter set our altitude. This is usually the one that you... I mean, for some reason, I'm stuck in this little thing here. So don't have any rain on the horizon. That's just our terrain. I like having the terrain on. It's very informative. But yeah, it's just very interesting. I If I wanted to make a flight plan right now, I can't. I have active flight plan. That's what's up here. And the initialize button, that's not working. Procedure, we don't need the procedures. Direct to, no. Menu. I don't want to do any of that. Alright, well, we will just, we'll fly visually. How about that? So get out of this so that we can see our full map. And we will just try and stay on course. And look at the beautiful scenery. So there's downtown Richmond off our off the left there. At least it seems like it would be downtown. Looks that way on the map. Oh, is this Richmond Airport underneath us? Looks like a couple little quarries beneath us there. So that's the funny part. There's so many simulator games out now. I could literally fly a plane to a place, then drive bus simulator or truck simulator to a construction site, and then use construction simulator and build a house. Let's see. There we go. I like looking at all the rivers. This game can be very, very relaxing. There we go. We are getting a little off course here, so let's turn a little bit to the right, go back towards 104-ish maybe. There we go, 104, 105, no, there we go, 105. How about that? Yeah. That should take us out towards Gloucester, close to Williamsburg and Jamestown. Went to Williamsburg a very long time ago with my parents. That was a lot of fun. They had like a whole area that was set up like it was colonial times. Blacksmith, the jail, they had, the baker, and everybody was dressed in colonial wear, and that was a lot of fun. And one of the hotels in the area actually said that George Washington stayed there. I guess pretty much up and down the coast, everywhere you go, every city has a George Washington spent the night here. Sure he did. But then you go down to Jamestown, which is not too far from Williamsburg, and there is they have replicas of the Nina, the Santa Maria, and the was it the Pinta? You know, the first 3 colonial ships, and it was pretty neat to see that there. I've always been a little bit of a history connoisseur, not so much a buff, because I'm always learning. I always like to think that I'm learning. Let's see, what else is close by? You know, I'm sitting here yimmer-hammering, and you could be looking at some gorgeous scenery. There you go. Okay, I know George Washington's house is somewhere in the area, as well as and Jefferson's house is up here as well. I need to find out exactly where all those are, and maybe instead of doing a 7,000 foot flight, just get into one of the helicopters, and we'll do a little helicopter tour. We'll do a little helicopter history tour. We'll find all the great points of history in this area. And coming up soon, we might be able to see West Point. It'll be on the left-hand side. So see here where all these this river is snaking back and forth. I think West Point is right here. So if you're ever went to the Naval Academy, you should know this area pretty well then. Ooh, little, is that a racetrack? A little horse track down there? That'd be fun too, finding the Kentucky Derby, flying over that. God, I couldn't even imagine moving from, I would love to move like to an area like this, because I'm so over being in the concrete jungle, to one of these little houses that's just like snuck into the woods. But if you ever watch TikTok, there's more and more of these videos of scary things coming out of the woods. These, what do they call them? Skinwalkers. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm down with that. It'll be a little spooky. I'm starting to get off course. Hold on a second. Let's turn our heading bug a few degrees. Let's go 109. That should bring us back in. Yeah, so we can, we're actually pretty close to West Point. So yeah, it's, according to my charts, it should be like right here. This is probably all West Point. I remember it was, before it was a Naval Academy, I think it was actually a strategic position because of, this is the York River right here, and it comes up, and these are important tributaries to get to, like Richmond and other places. And there's kind of a strangle point. You know, you get the big armada coming here, and then you got the guns here just blazing. No, you can't go. You can't pass us. Yeah. We're gonna cross over the York River here, and once we hit the land on the other side, then we're gonna take a little bit of a right-hand turn. Let's see how close we are. Okay, we're not too bad. We're going to come over, we're going to fly over this and hang a left right about here. A left, or hang a right, and then we'll come back over this part of the this piece of land that's going south. It's going to line us up with the runway in Newport News. Hopefully I don't screw it up. Well, if you're around for the first part of the stream, not sure what happened there, but crash and burn right off the beginning. And it just seems to be like every time you get everything set up and you think it's all perfect and you start streaming and things start breaking. Like my camera it decided to turn off, and it's a little more difficult to get to than I really want. So I gotta figure out why it keeps shutting itself off. Alright, we're getting over the river there. Time that we start thinking about turning. I'm not sure of the exact degree that I'm supposed to be turning here, but it looks like we're pretty close. Let's make it like 125. If we're off a little bit, that's okay. Alright, and with that also, I want to start coming down some. Let's take it down to 3,000 feet here. We'll just do kind of nice and slow. Okay, so I'm seeing now that we are still a little bit off. Let's see if you can see that here. So see, we're a little bit off. So I'm gonna turn us a little bit more to take us up to 130 degrees, and so I set our elevation to 3,000. I'm going down about 500 feet per second. And let's go down a little bit faster. Let's make it 800. And pop outside to see how it's going. Yeah. I don't even know what time it is over there. So remember, oh, okay, so it's only about getting close to 5 o'clock, so actually, do we have a sunset happening back here? I don't know what time the sun is setting right now. I think it's about 7, it's not 8 o'clock yet. I mean, it was like 8, 9 o'clock for the last month, but we should be getting back to a little more normal hours of the day, I would think. We're still way off course. Alright. Come on, let's get back on course here. Let's bring her in. Let's see, let's try 150. And I'm gonna try to bring us down a little bit faster. All right, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time is the sunset. 7:17. Okay, so you still have some time out there. Probably should have scheduled it for a little bit later, but I thought a daytime flight would have been fun. It can get a little difficult sometimes with the you know, flying at night, trying to find everything, especially in an area if you're not too sure where you're going, like me right now. It's the first time flying into Newport News, so that I'm kind of excited to see what it looks like. Like I wanted to see this scenery. It's almost like you know, flying around is fun, and learning how to fly the planes. It's a lot of fun, but seeing all this is really amazing. You know, I don't know if you remember the old Microsoft games where it would look like this right here, green and blue. That was it. It's like how boring. Okay, now we're gonna make a hard right. I'm gonna set up for the approach, and let's see. We are coming in on runway 20. Okay, so we're way off course. Let's get set up for 20. And we'll get back out. Probably should be slowing down a little bit. Let's see what's our altitude now. Let's bring our altitude down a little bit more. Speed, come down. Bring that down to 1,000. I have a feeling I'm going to overfly the airport here. So let's throw in some flaps. Slow it down some here too. And you know what? I think I'm just gonna go by hand, because there is the airport right there. Whoa. Why did I go to a hand flying and it's like I'm gonna just like throw you all over the place. Did not get the weather, so it could be very windy out there right now. Sure feels that way. too far out. 1,800 feet. We're still going pretty fast. Throw our throttle down a little bit. And try to line up with the runway a little bit better here. It sure is shaking us all around. Crosswind here. This actually, you know, I chose this airport before, and it gave me a runway based on the readings at the time. Let's do gear down. So I could be coming in on a completely incorrect runway right now. I know I am well below the glide slope though. So yeah, because we're at 700 feet. So let's declare a mayday. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Declaring an emergency. Don't know how to fly. That's all right. We're gonna make it. I have faith in us, even though we're at 500 feet. A little bit of altitude. Come on, you can stop going down. We're getting there. We're almost there. We can do it. We're carrying precious cargo. We have the beer for the party. I don't know if we have to swing around, we might have to kick some of the kegs out the door just so that we're not overweight. Just kidding. Kick the people out first. Alright, here we go. Finally lined up. We can do it. And we're down. Whoa. Whoa. Slow down. This is probably the best landing I've ever done. Just kidding. All right. Woo. All right. Let's go off this way here and come to a stop. I said come to a stop. Sometime. All right, we are down. All right, we can bring the beer. Let's. Oh, I had my landing lights on the entire time. That's awesome. Let's see. I think general aviation ramp is right over here. So that's good enough for me. I got Chuck coming with the van. Pick up the beer. Hey, Mr. Carr, what are you doing? Oh, it looks like a cop, doesn't it? All he knows I got beer. All right. You know, I am in an airplane. I can always fly away from you. It is the cops. Look at that. Police. He's like, this guy is swerving all over the place. Am I going to hit that plane? Let's just go here. Seeing how. I'm not really sure where I'm going. Oh, look, that cop came with me. There we go. All right, set the parking brake. What is going on? Yeah, why is the cop meeting us? I think we got drugs or something? Alright. Nice. Well, there we go. We can turn off our taxi light, position light, and our strobe light. And then turn off the master on 2, master on 1. And turn off our avionics. There we go. So that wasn't a bad little flight. Yeah, it was only about a little over an hour to fly it. Probably a little bit more because we crashed the first time. But that's weird. It says I left at 7:41, arrived at 8:49. So Apex, you said that 7:17 for a sunset. I wonder if the time is off in my my thing, because obviously 7:41, that should have been a night flight. I'll have to figure out how to fix that. Continue. Let's see here. General options, maybe? Because I know maybe it's going by, no, it shouldn't go by the actual time it is here, because here in Los Angeles it's 2 o'clock. Data miscellaneous. Nope. Traffic. So there's no other traffic here. Let's see which other one could it be. Not assistance. I guess I'm gonna have to look that up. All right. Well, that's what I had scheduled for today. I'm just trying to get the streaming thing kind of put together and figured out. Apex will have to take a look at that suggestion you made there with the TAB to POS. I'll have to find those out and put something together there. And hopefully you'll join us that time too. But thank you very much for coming on out. And until the next time, we'll see you in the clouds.